nation through the newspapers, through our various newspaper in Nigeria. I have the Sun, I have the Punch, I have the Daily Thrust, I have the a lot of papers in front of me this morning, and let's get talking. And look at some of the issues in the news this morning. This is the front page review of our daily newspapers. My name is Mary Onaifia Debbie. A beautiful morning to you. I'm not alone in the studios this morning. I have Obed Awede right here with me. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good to have you in the studios again.
It's a pleasure always.
Okay, and Rufa Husseini will be joining us later on the program to discuss some of the happenings in Nigeria over the weekend and happenings right now. So this morning, let's give you the headlines from newspapers. We'll start with the Punch this morning. It says here, suspected ritualist behead Ondo director, police recover corpse. This is a very sad story this morning. Another one, APC senators proposes bill banning same-faith ticket. And also from the Punch, ASU stakeholders bowing to Boko Haram wishes, says VCs. And don't flat law on elections and funding, federal government wants. And now let's move to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Worry in APC, PDP, ADC as party chairman battles conflict. The full story is on the Vanguard this morning. Two died, 4 trapped as uncompleted 7-story buildings collapses in Lagos. Another star story this morning. From the Vanguard, it also says here that daily fuel supply remains 68 million liters. NNPC insists. And also from the Vanguard, it says here, yellow fever, NCDC announces 14 deaths in 10 states. Now to the Sun this morning, PDP crisis worsen as more governors, NWC members move against party chair. Another one says Oba of Benin halts a planned protest over arrest of suspects. 6.7 billion debt oil company remits over 3.8 billion to federal government, says Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Also from the Sun this morning, it says here 2023 article promises women youth 40 appointments. We're giving you headlines this morning from various newspapers, and you are listening to the front page review. And another one from the Daily Thrust here says 150 million diaspora funding. INEC asks to disqualify Obi. Another one from the Daily Trust, adopted Zamfara worshippers working on bandit farmlands. Okay, from Daily Trust also says here, military kills 5 ISWAP commanders, over 200 terrorists in Borno. And from Daily Thrust, our personnel don't bear arms, says FRSC. Okay, that's a good one. Now to this day newspaper. Syrup urges Buhari to withdraw nomination of alleged APC members as INEC Rex. You get the story from this day. Another story here, it's shameful. Nigeria still imports petrol, says Obaseki. Another story also from this day. Again, manufacturers decry multiple taxation by government agencies. And finally, this morning, from this day newspaper, it says here that Oshibanjo, Nigerian to reap billions of dollars from creditors in debt for climate swap proposal. And from the Punch, Kyari, federal government files 24 charges, seizes mega assets. These are your headlines this morning. You can pick up a copy of the newspaper and read up a lot of things that happen. I just got a few headlines for you this morning. So right now we'll pay some bills, and when we return, we'll get to the heart of the matter. Stay with us. We are the voice of Lagos, the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
If you're looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high-quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's how I do.
Yay! And we have standard facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how I do.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Top of the morning to you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's 9 minutes past 7 and you're listening to the front page review of our daily newspapers. This morning we begin with the Punch newspaper. It has this headline: APC senator proposes bill banning same-faith ticket. Let me read a bit of the story before we get into it. The Senate representing Kogi West Smart Adeyemi has proposed a bill that will ban same-faith presidential ticket by any political party after the 2023 general election. Development is coming at a time the dust raised by the decision of the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, a Muslim, to pick another Muslim, Kashim Shettima, as his running mate, is yet to settle. Adeyemi, who showed journalists a copy of the draft bill on Sunday in Abuja, noted that the Senate is seeking an amendment of Section 84 of the 2022 Electoral Act. He said the Muslim ticket of his political party, the APC, which generated controversies in the country, caused this move. We have Rufai Hussaini on the line with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you so much. Good morning. I think my argument, my empirical, objective, fact-based argument,
yes,
has been vindicated. If an APC man, Senator Smart Adeyemi, close to Governor Yaya Bello, another top APC stalwart, can say this, I think this is the best argument. Because when this thing broke, I took a whole week to give lectures with empirical evidence of the outlook religion plays on national TV. And what did I get? I got abuses, I got this. But you see, I don't care when people abuse me. My late father will always say something. Logic is everything. Noise is opinion. So people can make the noise of their opinion, but your noise of opinion cannot defeat logic, which is a stronger body of fact-based presentation and deposition. That a Muslim ticket is an anathema to the unity of this country. See, Mary,
yes,
I will defend and I will go against a Christian ticket to the last ounce of breath in me. Because I understand the religious balance in this country. I understand the politicization of everything across the line. And everything is so political. Even Christian denominations are at loggerheads. let alone Muslim denomination. Now you now say religion doesn't matter because on the altar of competence. No, those arguments are not logical. But to a large extent, you have made your decision, the APC have made their decision, and you have to defend it in the election. It might work for them. It might not work for them. It is the Nigerian people that will decide. But in terms of public discourse and cerebral depositions for public elucidations, let us make logical arguments. It doesn't hold water. And you listened on this show, on my Sunday show on BOP, when I brought Governor Kayode Fayemi, an APC governor. And if you go and listen to that interview all over, he said it's a hard sell. And it's a very hard sell. A lot of people can cite 1993 and the likes and all of that. But when you look at it, the religious problem in Nigeria is on the increase. This is a country today, Mary. Do you know those that are arrested, the killers of Deborah, have been released? Now the police is saying that they are not seeing the main killer. Do you know that Deborah has died in vain? Because the so-called ones arrested with small charges, the police have said, oh, they were not the ones that are arrested. I put up that topic with Bishop Kuka the other day. And that case has gone. So it shows you that a girl was burned and died in vain because of her religious beliefs in Nigeria, and the case has been swept under the carpet. Till today, we have not seen the killers of Eunice Olawale. Till today, we have not seen the killers of Bridget. And people are making the arguments that religion. See, in my final deposition, I look forward to a day where religion will not be the order of the day in electing people. That's the ideal Nigeria I want. But see, there's a difference between idealism and realism. What is real on ground matters.
Okay.
When we build Nigeria that are devoid of religious lines, then that day will come. But now is not the case.
Okay.
I submit my case on this argument.
Okay. Thank you, Rufai. And now, Obed, what do you think about this amendment?
Well,
if it's even going to hold water at all?
Yes, that is the fear really, because the National Assembly is dominated by the APC, and I don't think a lot of APC members want to be seen to make a law that actually rubs up back.
Hello, Mary.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
To make a law that actually rubs up badly on their ticket, because if the thing comes out, it's going to be like, okay, a majority of the members of the APC are not comfortable with the ticket as it is now. Now, my problem is that our lawmakers have a way of bringing up bills that are good in themselves, because the optics is that, well, we were trying to make for equity and balance in the selection of political officers. But we've had laws that deal with federal character and other things that have not been fully implemented, they've not been adhered to. Then you also ask yourself, it's also about the people element. If you have a bad president
Yes.
who is a Christian and he has a Muslim deputy, there's no guarantee that they're going to have religious fairness and equity. Now, currently we have a vice president who is a senior pastor in the largest Pentecostal church in this country.
Yes.
In spite of that, there have been more attacks on Christians, there have been more protests from Christians across the country. So what does religious balance do? What it does is it just gives you the feeling that, okay, fine, we have a Muslim, we have a Christian, we have balance on the ticket. Effectively, we may just have one ineffective person of their faith who cannot make an issue out of anything and cannot ensure that we have this. So it's just for the optics that, okay, we're having some kind of equity and everybody's happy, we're all part of the system. I don't really see how that will come out, whether it will even pass and become law. That is one, for instance. Then secondly, if it becomes law, whether it's going to address the whole issue of inequity in terms of how we deal with the faiths and our diversity.
Now let's move to another story this morning, also from the Punch. It says doctors' ultimatum. Doctors have given ultimatum, and it ends today. Holds a NEC meeting on Saturday. So the 2-week ultimatum issued by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors to the federal and state government ends today, being Monday. The association has, however, scheduled its extraordinary National Executive Council meeting for Saturday, September 10, 2022, in Jos Plateau State to deliberate on the ultimatum. The resident doctors had on July 30th, 2022, issued a 2-week ultimatum to the federal government to implement all the agreements it had with the association on risk and indefinite strike. So what they are demanding for? They are demanding for hazard allowance, arrears, and several others, and training funds, medical residency training fund, and other stuff they are demanding for. And the federal government hasn't even done anything concerning their demands.
I mentioned this about 3 weeks ago, and I said that we are going to have a doctor strike likely in the next few weeks because this agreement was signed. It was all agreed. So this whole thing about signing agreements was signed. They agreed they were going to do it in July 30. The doctors gave 2 weeks. They extended it under 2 weeks. Now this is about 6 weeks after, and the government has not done anything. You see, the thing is that the government is irresponsible. Simple agreements that you made about paying allowances. These are simple things that you can actually provision for in the budgets, but they don't do it. And we are at a stage where we're going to have a breakdown in the health sector, and that will compound the whole problem of labor crisis that we have in this country. We've still not resolved the one of ASU. We still have some other ones pending. JOSO has given a notice. So we just have a kind of crisis that you find that ineffective governance, ineffective leadership at the level of the Ministry of Health and perhaps the Ministry of Labor is something the government has to deal with. I don't know how they will do it, but knowing that they don't have money, you are going to find calls over the next few days or so. Please suspend it and let's hold meetings. You don't need to hold meetings. What you need to do is look at what is affordable, make those payments, and then engage the doctors.
Rufai Oseni.
I think we should stop using this jaded, very stupid excuse of we don't have money in Nigeria to cover up governmental incompetences. These same doctors went on strike a couple of months ago. Why are we here again today? We don't know agreements reached. Why are we here again today? We are here again today because of the high level of incompetence. And you see, it's easy for the government to say, yes, we don't want people to go on strike and the likes and all of that. But when you ought to do your part and you don't do your part, and there's general incompetence across government of the APC and PDP, because I'm not going to exonerate, and all the governments that have led this country to return to democracy in 1999. When there's general incompetence, then the next thing you resort to blackmailing these people. And you say they shouldn't go. So the question we should ask is, they reached agreement the last time now, and it was an agreement that was reached that made the doctors come out of what they were doing then. Why are we referring this part again? And the other argument we are quick to make is there's no money. What do we mean by that?
There's no money means no money.
Are these things not money they will pay for services? Are your ministers taking a haircut from their finances? Are we cutting costs of governance?
Are they even increasing their allowances? That's true.
There's no money. Have we had the Orosoi report for so many years. We kept it there. So there's no money to run the basic services, but we are getting big fat allowances, and the Attorney General of the country is taking over 100 billion in bribe and is looking for a plea bargain. There's no money. There's massive corruption. There's no money. There's flagrant display of wealth. There's no money. There's contract corruption. All sorts of something, and you don't have it after you say there's no money. We have wasted our resource. We have frittered away our gold, and we say there's no money. So there's no money to run basic. What are the basic services that make an economy? Healthcare, education. So there's no money to meet the welfare needs of those people. Let's even ask, how much is even this money? How much are these hospitals? How many hospitals? How many doctors are there? So there's no money to cater to them and their needs. And government, we make this, and I'm not going to say it's only the APC government, the PDP government too is part of it.
Of course.
Both governments since we returned to democracy. They were both part of the House strike, they were both all the strikes, and we keep saying there's no money. I think we should introspect and ask ourselves, what does righteousness do? It exalts the nation. Nigeria can be a whole lot better than this. Let's stop making these jaded arguments of no money. People should sit up and take responsibility. And take responsibility. That's the least we can do in this country.
Now, talking about money, the money issue, we have a headline here from the Daily Thrust. It says here that $150 million diaspora funding, INEC asked to disqualify Obi. The story here says a group under the aegis of Tinubu Shetima Connect has urged the Independent National Electoral Commission to disqualify the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Baba Dati, from the 2023 presidential race over violation of the Electoral Act on campaign funding. This group is calling that it should be disqualified. And also, there is this another news concerning diaspora funding. The chairperson, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri, has urged Nigerians living in diaspora not to be disappointed that they will not be able to vote in the 2023 general election because they are not supported by legislation yet, and also advising them concerning the funding that they should be careful in doling out money to anybody concerning the election. You can see people calling back and forth because Obi is making waves.
Yes, exactly.
Getting money from that.
If you look at the headlines, you actually think that the whole election is about Peter Obi. Because on the PDP side, on the APC side, and so on. But my problem with this group is that, look, they are beating the gun. Now, the whole issue about the electoral law of funding is about evidence. These people are saying we are going to raise. It's a plan. We hope to raise so much. But if they raise it within the ambit of those laws, and they are Nigerians, they are not foreigners, of course, what then will be the case? They'll say the money will not come. I think they are really scared because initially they were thinking that Obi will not have the funds to prosecute it. He wouldn't have the structure to prosecute it. Now the man is doing rallies all over the place, and not him, groups on his behalf. And I'm sure the thing is just organic. It's even beyond his control. That's why he's been cautioning them, please be careful in your decision, my friend. Run your campaign. Leave us alone. This is our movement. So the case being made by Dabiri, yes, that's where should actually vote. This has not passed. They actually tried to push it through. It didn't go to the National Assembly, which is controlled by the APC. Yeah. It didn't go to the National Assembly, and these diasporans are not voting. But they are interested in who becomes the president because they are doing a lot for this country, and they are out of this country because the country is not working. So most of them are interested in what is happening, and they're going to raise funds. The point at which they should bother is if the funds come from sources that are wrong. But then look at the previous elections. Funds, have they ever investigated the source of funds? Funds from government institutions, federal and state, to prosecute state and federal elections. So those making those calls should ask the government to be introspective. Look in and ask yourself, have you done the right thing? And then wait for evidence.
Now, talking about doing the right thing. Rufus, are you there? Can you still hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Talking about doing the right thing, some other quarters are laughing at Peter Obi, saying that you are going abroad, because right now he's abroad touring different cities in Canada and the US, trying to raise funds and talk to Nigerian diaspora, that you are doing that to people who cannot vote according to the law. Why not come to Nigeria and build structure and talk to the people at the grassroots that will vote for you, instead of going abroad and trying to look good? What do you think about this argument?
The last time I checked, for those making the argument, doesn't the APC have a, what is it called, a UK chapter?
Of course, yes, they do.
Doesn't the PDP have a UK chapter? Do they have an American chapter, APC? Don't they have American chapter, UK chapter, APC? So why are they having UK chapters? Is the APC in the UK? Is the PDP in the UK? Is other political parties that have a UK chapter in the UK? The reason why people vote with diaspora is that it's a strong Nigerian community in diaspora. We can't deceive ourselves about that. And when you look at it, they play a critical role. Why did President Olusegun Obasanjo why did he go to the diaspora after he won the election? To call back the diaspora people. Why on the route to the 1993 elections MK Abiola, in one of his speeches, talked about bringing people back from the diaspora to fix Nigeria. Why did MK Abiola even go speak to various diaspora communities? Why was MK Abiola so prominent even among the black liberation movement in America? Why did President Umar Musa Yar'Adua, one of his first visits as president-elect, was to talk to the Nigerian diaspora community in Germany? Why is that the case? I just make balancing for argument. And that's why I always say logic is supreme. That's that. Secondly, concerning the funding,
Yes.
the laws in Nigeria are clear. The laws in Nigeria are clear as regards electoral funds. And I think the Peter Obi camp should go and check those laws. They should go and check those laws. In fact, the Electoral Act 2022 is there. Section 85 talks about it. That talks about possesses any fund outside Nigeria in contravention of Section 225 of the Constitution commit an offense and shall conviction forfeit the funds of assets pursued with such funds to the Commission.
Yeah.
In addition, to make liable of a fine of 5 million naira. Or retains the assets of funds permitted to Nigeria from outside contravention of 225, Section 3 of the Constitution, commit an offense shall be committed to forfeit the funds or to the Commission or may be made liable to a fine of at least 5 million naira. Section 85 of the electoral laws. So when you are going to bring in money or funds from outside, you check what the law says about it. And that's why people will be circumspect. I know there's an Obi mania. People might want to give him money, but you should also check the laws applicable. The second part of the argument to balance it out is, this is not to say that other political parties have not violated the law. Because INEC too has not even able to audit the books of other political parties and check how much they spend for campaign funds. There's a threshold in the electoral laws that talk about 5 billion. But we know that most of them are spending more than 5 billion for presidency. The third part of the point I want to make is, that's why Nigeria, politicians and parties should be more creative in terms of election funds. And I've been talking about what happens in America. There's something called a super PAC. A super PAC that will sort their own funds and send the money to any political party of their choosing. The likes of the Koch brothers of this one is big super PAC. In fact, in the last election, there's a particular super PAC of some sort or a group called the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project were a group of Republicans, but they didn't like Donald Trump. So they raised money by themselves, hundreds of millions of dollars, and bought adverts to favor Joe Biden to fight Donald Trump. In fact, Howard Steele, one of the former chairman of the Republican Party, was a major part of the Lincoln Project. Nigerians should start thinking of innovative ways. Maybe they might have pressure groups that might give. It might be a source of getting the funds in, but the laws are explicitly clear. If you get from overseas, you proceed to the Commission. I didn't say that. Go and check the Electoral Act 2022, Section 85, 85A.
Okay, thank you so
for
much.
further reading, you can check 225.
Okay, we need to go pay some bills now. Right now, we need to go pay some bills, and when we return, we're going to open the phone line so we can get your take. You can join the conversation. So keep it here. We'll pay some bills, and we'll be back after this.
Lasumba Heritage invites you to its annual Lasumba Heritage Business Forum 2022. Theme: Impact of Restructuring in the Distressed Economy. Keynote speaker, Mr. Bismarck Rewani, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Financial Derivative Corporation Limited. Chief speaker, Dr. Ayo Teriba, CEO, Economic Associates. Chairman of the occasion, Right Honorable Wasiu Eshilokun Sani, Deputy Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly. Special guest of honor, Dr. Muda Yusuf, CEO, Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise. Host, Dr. Adekunle Idris, Lasumba Coordinator. Chief host, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, MNI, Vice Chancellor, Lagos State University. Date, Wednesday, 7th September 2022. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. Venue, OPTS Hall, Lasso Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI, Conference and Exhibition Center. Plot 10, Nuruddin, Olowopopo Street, Behind MKO Abiola Garden, Alausa Ikeja. Announcer, Mr. Dekule Jayesimi, President Lasumba Heritage.
Yes, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call this morning to be part of the conversation. We are also on social media at VOP903FM on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. We are streaming live on our website at www.voiceofthepeople.ng. Good morning to you.
How are you? Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Good morning. Where are you calling us from today?
And what is my name?
A jam question every day.
Yeah, jam question every day. Of course, I know your name.
All right.
Yes.
Brother Albert, Peter Monse from Shomolu is calling.
Welcome,
good morning.
Mr. Peter.
And I'm happy I'm a new week, and I am the first caller this morning. That's very interesting. I love that.
Welcome.
That's good.
All right. Now, I want to look at the doctor strike
Yes.
and compare it with the electoral strike.
Yes.
Why have the government been making promises to these people, signing agreements, and they don't honor it? They just bullshit them and tell them, well, if you like, go to anywhere. Because the government officials don't see any need of going to hospitals in Nigeria, as they don't see any need of training their children in our higher institutions in Nigeria. So they can afford to neglect these sectors and tell them, look, if you cannot stay away, we are not interested. I think I want to quickly say this. Smart Adeyemi is talking about putting it in the law that there should be no same religion, presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Yes.
I want him to even consider also putting it in our law that once you are working for the government of Nigeria, you must go to hospital in Nigeria except where it is referred, where we don't have such facility to treat your ailments in Nigeria. Then you can go abroad and you must train your children there. Do you know that, my people, if we don't get this sorted out, educational system and our health sector will never work. Because if you don't patronize any sector, there is no need you are interested in that sector. We cannot continue to deceive ourselves. We are still talking about the educational qualification of our leaders. And you think our own shall work, it will not work because they don't have it. And in our health sector, it will not work because they don't patronize our health sector here. If we don't get this right, forget it. And then, for those accusing Peter Obi, is it in our own electoral law that you should be buying vote with $10,000 when you were campaigning for primaries? Does he not accept that? So why can't I go into that phase? All this one they are talking, they are just afraid because they don't know what has hit them in this movement. I pray I will let the vote of the people count. That's just my stand this morning. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Moss, for joining the conversation this morning. We are also live on YouTube right now. You can watch us there and leave a comment at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. So, hello, good morning to you.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, good morning, Ambassador.
How was your weekend?
It was short,
Okay.
very short.
Good morning, Ambassador.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank God it's new day, Monday. Thank God for the gift of the day.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Mary, to me, on this, the smart only something. To me, if I'm the one, if I'm away, I will just call on the senators to join together to pass a bill that there will not be any religion issue when contesting or tribal. It should not be mentioned just as a Nigerian. Just like people, where are you from? I'm a Nigerian, should better. Okay? Because this diversity is not helping us at all. Who does it help? Like Obi said at that time. Presently, we have a vice president who is the senior pastor and the president. Look, what does it help? It had nobody. It had nobody. We are just for issue to discuss. Let us a law that will pass. Whoever, you like Nigeria, you are free to contest. Anywhere you come from tribe, there should not be mentioned in contesting, no tribe, nothing. Just appear as a Nigerian
and people accept you, fine. They don't accept, they vote you out. That should be the issue, because this religious thing, the way we are going about, I don't like it at all. Sometimes, is there any market for Christians? Is there any market for Muslims? And who are the real Christians? Who are the real Muslims? What they say, I'm a Christian. What's behind? Where am I going under? Who knows? I'm a Muslim. Where am I going under? Who knows? And the other religion is there. Over 500 religions are here in Nigeria here. Please, I'm begging. Let us do away with that. But now, one Nigeria. Be a Nigerian. Let the people know you are a true Christian. Let people know you are a true Muslim. Through your heart. And on the issue of Obi, look, I think this Obi or B movement should not look away on this issue. They should consider themselves. Look, if it's true, because we don't want, if the ministers come and say, at the end of the day, this work against them, please let us be careful. Do it in the way that, according to the law, okay, so if they say, okay, let us pick one sense from, let us pick one sense for what they are saying. When your opponent is talking, just don't condemn it, just pick little sense of it and work towards it. On the doctor strike, I think our strike in this Nigeria to be abolished. The industrial court is there. It's like double justice. Let them go to, okay, doctor will strike now. Many sick will die. They won't affect them. It's against the ethics of their job.
Their profession.
Go to industrial court. They do whatever they need for them, not to go on strike. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Ambassador. The number to call this morning, in case you're just tuning in, this is the front page review. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Can you turn down the volume on your radio set?
Okay.
Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes, better, much better. Go ahead.
I want people, wherever people are saying, my name is Ade from Isola.
Okay.
Wherever people are saying they should look at, are they talking from their conscience? Do they have conscience at all? You see, let me tell you, when somebody says there's nothing with him ticket, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I pity whoever that is not talking from the real conscience of them. Let me tell you this. In 1999, 1999, when Obasanjo became the president,
yes.
Obasanjo happened to be the only president that was able to build chapel where Christians will be praying in National Rock. Go and confirm it. It hasn't been there before. The mosque where Muslims are praying were built in National Rock right from when they moved to National Rock. Are you telling me it's not because Obasanjo is a Christian? You think they will be able to build chapel in Abuja? Again, I want to let you do that. It would have been worse than this if somebody like Oshibajo happened not to be the vice president. Look at the killing. Look at everything. When they are deliberating about what they are going to do in this country, if there's no one religion there will, everything is skyrocketed and there will be problems. It is because one Christian is still there, that is why it's like this. You have imagined what would have happened if no one Christian is there. What is happening in Nigeria now? Let us leave that apart. Now, Obi issue. Did anybody come out to condemn 100 million nomination forms? Where did APC get 100 million? That's almost 28 of them of them. Nobody proved that. To me, the rulers of this world will face judgment someday. Now they want to go and make this obnoxious law that nobody should raise funds. Where did they want to be to get money from? After all, they have not as rich as them, either as Atiku or Ashwayo. You see, when they are making law, the same law will work against them, work against their children someday. I don't want to say more than that. But let them continue to make those laws that they know. Because Obi now is making waves. They say you should not raise money from abroad. There's somebody who even go to those and get 735 million naira. Even after you obtain 100 million from, where did you get the money? Where was the bullion fund? Why did they mention bullion fund today? If only one human being brings bullion fund to his house,
yeah, thank you so much, sir. You have spoken for about 3 minutes. Let's take more calls from others. The number to call is 0700 903 9003. Join the conversation this morning. What's your thoughts? Hello, good morning to you. Can you please turn down the volume on your radio set? It's very important. Hello. Have you done that?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Mika.
Okay, Mika, where are you calling us from?
Calling from Ajawa State.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Mika. Talk to us. Go ahead.
Please, I just want to go straight to the point concerning this Obi issue. I remember when Buhari was coming in.
Yes.
Buhari said he doesn't have money for nomination form. Only God knows where the money came out from. Probably people contributed for him. Now, if people say they want to support Obi from anywhere, I don't see that as a crime. Abi, they don't fear because they said Obi doesn't have a structure. Because even me, as a common driver in Lagos, I'm ready to support Obi with my 1 year salary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they should just, if they are scared, they should just come out, they should just step down and allow the man to go and sit there unopposed. Because even me as an obedient, we are ready for them. I'm ready to even support whatever it takes for me to get there. We are ready for them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Now I'm going to take some comment now from our YouTube channel. From Karosi this morning, it says, this is the time Obi can do outside runs. Campaign in Nigeria has not started. It's better outside the country. It's done now, so he can concentrate on Nigeria when campaign starts. That is from Karosi this morning. Another one from Etukobiaikum Concept said, I have a challenge with respect of no money from the government. Is it that when they want to spend money for themselves, they know how to produce same, but if it's the masses, they complain? Okay, that's from Etukobiaikum. Interesting name. Another one from Vine Maxwell says, voice of the people, good morning to you all and God bless you for this great job. Rufai, well done, bros. Your questions are like missile watching you from Bogatanga, Upper East region in Ghana. Now, good morning to you. We have a call on the line. Good morning. Can you turn down the volume? Yeah, turn down the volume. You've done that?
I have switched it off.
Okay.
My name is Andrew, and I'm calling from Ajawa State.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Andrew. Go ahead.
Let me not say I want to. I know what you're doing. This is my first time of calling your program, but not actually your station.
Welcome to the family. Yeah.
Thank you. Let me not say I want to counter what the other man said earlier on. I was talking about religion and all that.
Yes.
It baffles me when people call on air to tell you that, look at the vice president. Is he not a Christian? What has he done? It baffles me a lot. What does the Constitution say? That we are a secular country. It means that no religion should show dominance. People kept comparing about the Abiola and stuff, 1993. Can you compare what transpired in 1993 to the current situation? Can you? Look at what the president himself has done. His body language is suspicious. So why are people calling to say, okay, ordinarily that shouldn't have been an issue? I am most sincere. But with the current situation that we have, at hand now, I'm afraid that ticket cannot stand. Two, the issue of the crowdfunding for Obi. Why are they jittering? Like the other man said that he's ready to do his 1 year salary. See, whatever it takes, personally, I am ready to donate for Obi. Me. I am telling you, no matter what it costs. Because we are tired. We are tired. May God continue to help us. Thank you so much. You are doing a great job.
Thank you for calling. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, my name is Frank.
Welcome, Mr. Frank. It's been a long time.
Good morning to you and your crew members there.
Yeah, good morning.
I want to speak on Smart Adeyemi and the same face ticket that he said would be for the next whatever in the Constitution next year after this one. Why? They should have started with this particular election. But let us not forget one thing. the same-sex ticket ideology is Buhari's personal ideology. He said clearly that he has taken note of public opinion against this same-sex ticket, but he has chosen Ketima. For me here, Tinubu may be smiling, but again, I'm seeing a banana peel for the same Tinubu. With this same ticket, he's going to fail in this election. You know why? He offended Buhari, according to some Buhari apologies. So to me, it's a banana peel. This same ticket is the same idea that will eventually crash. It will fail because it's against public opinion, and the people at the top don't respect public opinion. So that same ticket will bring down Tinubu. He's not going to win the election. On the Obi saga, I don't think any person has made any contribution to Obi for now. What maybe we are hearing is that it could be pledges from here and there, from overseas. What Obi has been doing is going around talking to people about how he governed Anambra State, how he paid prudence, how he generated income, this and that. I don't think anybody has sent in any money to him. So why bother us with the argument that the Constitution said this and that, this and electoral act this and that? I think his opponents are simply being victory because they never saw this coming. So I think we should concentrate more on national issues, Obi's agenda, not necessarily all these people who fund him from diaspora and all that. And on this, what do you call it, doctor strike? It's the same thing. Yes, the possible doctor strike. It's the same thing with us. The people at the top, they did not go to school. They don't appreciate education. They don't appreciate the doctors. The doctors are well-educated people too. So it's the same agenda. If the health sector will crash, let it crash. If the education sector will crash, let it crash. That is the same agenda. It is time for Nigerians to rally around these doctors and ask them. Let us ask the government of the day, if they cannot do this thing, let Buhari personally resign. Let him resign. Let him resign. That is my opinion.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frank, for your contribution. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. And you can leave a comment on our YouTube channel because we're streaming live there right now. So you can go there and leave a comment at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. So we've been discussing about Peter Obi. We've talked about doctors going on strike and the Muslim ticket. Hello, good morning to you. Okay, we've lost that call. And so when you call us, turn down the volume on your radio set so that we can hear you properly when you speak to us. There are other issues here that we can also talk about, but I don't know if we can go into them because the time is almost up and we still have calls. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Can you speak up a bit?
Good morning, it's Mr. Sam from Ajawa.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now.
I'm happy all these things are there.
Okay.
Now we almost every day we hear so many things, and another day we hear another thing. I am just praying that God will help this country. If not, this country will crash. I am believing God that the program of enemy over this nation will never come to pass. We can only talk, but people can do what they want to do. But I'm believing God, who will hear the voices of farmers and rise to defend this nation. That is my belief. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Okay, call us on 0700 903 903 903 and join the conversation. We have a news here concerning the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He has promised to give 40% of his cabinet position to women and youth if elected president in 2023 election. So this is what he said. And actually, it was his wife,
Titi Atiku.
Titi that said that made this claim that it's going to do this.
Well, that's a campaign promise. It would be good if it does it. But you know that there was an administration that actually did a lot more than that. I think it was good luck.
Yes,
give
good
a
luck,
lot to
Jonathan.
women. Yes, I really kept that. So if you can do that would be good.
Let's take this last call before we round off this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hey.
In the studio, everybody in the studio, good morning.
Good morning to you. Good to have you call us this morning.
Thank you.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Ola. I'm calling from Frontpage.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my contribution this morning is about the Muslim ticket.
Yes.
You know, it will have, we would have been like, okay, it doesn't make any difference. But the way the country is presently, you know, we can't just wave it aside. The Muslim ticket is just a kind of a greedy or personal. I mean, I think Tinubu is trying to use it for its personal interest, looking at the Northerners like, okay, they see him choosing a Muslim as his running mate, people will vote for him. And it's of no good to the country. Look at the way they are killing people. Even when we say have a representative there, killing people and nothing is good done about it. How much more when we don't even have anybody there? So I think it's not a good one. And for Obi, we are ready to support Obi, and God will help us. Whatever it is they're doing, it's not going to work because everybody is tired. They're tired of this mess we are in this country. So God will help us and see us through.
Thank you so much, Ola, for calling. Really appreciate your call this morning. Our time here is up, but
Yes,
before we go...
On a final note for me,
yes,
Nigerians should look to elect good people. You can elect a good Christian who does not keep to his job, and then you have other faiths that will be discriminated against. So if you elect good people, they understand that they have to do what is right in fairness and what is equitable for the Nigerian people. That is what we should focus on.
good people and not religion.
Yes.
Good people,
Yes.
be it a Muslim or a Christian.
Yes, of course.
What about if we have a good Muslim and a good Christian?
If we have a good,
would that not be a better combination?
No, if you have a good Muslim and a good Christian, that would be fine. But you see, if you have a Christian vice president and you have a Muslim vice president that is washed, and I don't believe that Buhari, as a person, will actually sit and say, I go ahead and be discriminating against Christians and be killing them. But the man should be alive to his responsibilities and do what is right by the Constitution. Defend every Nigerian, irrespective of faith.
You know, we have good Muslims and we have good Christians. We have vivers, we have the bad ones and we have the good ones. So when choosing, why don't a Muslim choose a good Christian? A good Christian choose a good Muslim and then just combine it like that.
You should only choose a good Nigerian, whether it's an Ifa priest, it's an Ifa worshipper, a Muslim or a Christian, or a Buddhist. That's the most important thing.
On that note, we have come to the end of the show today. Thank you for being part of the program this morning. We'll be here again tomorrow by 7 a.m. on the dot to discuss some of the issues and the state of the country on the front page review. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie, and thank you, Obed Awede. Obed Awede is a writer and a journalist. And we also have Rufai Oseni calling us on the program and contributing also. So thank you, Rufai, and thank you to everybody that has called to be part of the program this morning. Have a beautiful Monday morning. And coming up next at 8 o'clock is Ogendi. We'll keep it here. Don't change your dial. We are the voice of Lagos, the voice of